Newton for girls volleyball action tonight. The Lady Rebels come in ranked number 6 in Class 1A in the state of Indiana. And this should be a pretty good matchup with the Lady Warriors here tonight. You're probably going to see the back of a lot of heads tonight as well, because there'll be a lot of standing. We got a pretty good crowd here tonight for a volleyball game. We've done many volleyball games in South Newton history. I haven't really seen a crowd quite like this one here tonight.
No, I'd say there's almost as many people here as was at the football game on Friday in the rain.
Maybe so, maybe so. Nonetheless, we're about to get things started here between the Lady Rebels and the Lady Warriors. Glad you could join us here on AccessIlliana.com. And it's been a while since we've called a volleyball game, so please bear with us if you will.
Yeah, players to watch for Watseka, Kennedy, and Drake. And, of course, Whaley and Schreiner over there on the South Newton side.
That's right. Well, of course, South Newton with 6 seniors, and all 6 of these seniors have basically been playing varsity volleyball since they were freshmen. So it should be a pretty interesting matchup here tonight between the Lady Warriors and the Lady Rebels. Lady Rebels are in the home grays tonight with red numbers, red letters, and white trim. Meanwhile, the Lady Warriors in the road maroons with white numbers, white letters, and gold trim, and black shorts. Both teams wearing black shorts.
What I like about South Newton is they're just so efficient. There's just not a whole lot of them on the team, and yet they've got a huge JV squad. They're just loaded, but they just want to stay efficient and lean, and that is exactly what they are at 19-0.
South Newton Lady Rebels JV squad able to squeak out a victory over the Lady Warriors earlier tonight, 2-1.
Touch and go.
Two sets, 2-1, yeah. The second game, I think, final was 28-26.
Yep.
Something like that. So yeah, pretty good matchup to say the least. So we're about ready to get things started. And I think one of our referees is out
checking everybody's ID.
He's checking IDs. He's showing photos out of his wallet. See, this is my grandkids. Have you seen my grandkids? He said. So.
And we've already had a substitution.
Yeah, we've had a substitution on each side before we even got started. Apparently, your libero has to check into the game. You learn things when you're at a volleyball match.
Oh, yeah.
Watseka will start things off here serving. And just like that, we are underway here between the Rebels and the Watseka Lady Warriors. Get the first point of the night.
Nice.
Serving for Watseka is number 12, Mallory Drake. Serve over, dig by Whaley. They set it up, back across. And that spike goes down, and that is a kill for Kennedy Bauer.
Big hitter for Watseka.
So 2-0 our score here. Watseka in set number 1 here from South Newton High School. And that one a little bit long and out of bounds. Haley Warren watching that pass by, so it'll be South Newton serve.
Drake did a nice job of dropping those first 2 serves just over the net and went long. Last one.
Kim Hall serving for South Newton. Batted back across on Hall with the dig. Whaley will set it up in the middle. And that one into the net off of Samantha Warren, and the Lady Warriors go up 3-1. And that is long, and South Newton with the point. Making it 3-2 here in our first match. Okay, that's a number 4, so that is Taylor Shippert that was serving.
South Newton is 19-0. You can't afford these unforced errors.
Absolutely not. Maddie Whaley with the serve, and the Lady Rebels will get the point. And Samantha Warren will get credit for the kill.
Before you know it, these Lady Rebels can put a whole bunch of points on you in a hurry. Next thing you know, it's 12-3.
Whaley with the serve. Lady Warriors set it up and get it back across, and that kill will go down.
Good job by the Warriors.
And credit that one to Kennedy McTaggart. And the Lady Warriors will have the serve, leading 4-3. And, okay, now they're going to get somebody in to serve. Grace Smith coming into the game. Smith with the overhand serve. Lady Rebels setting it up, and on the far side, that spike goes down, and that's money. And that is Leah Schreiner with her first kill of the night. And we're tied at 4. And Elizabeth Gehring to serve here for South Newton. And that is going to go as an ace. Check that. That was actually Samantha Warren with the ace. Warren again with the jump serve, and that went into the net, and that will tie it up at 5. So Kennedy Bauer to serve here for Watseka. Dinked across by South Newton. Lady Rebels now with a error there. Whaley couldn't get to it. And again, like you talked about, one of those unforced errors gives Watseka a 6-5 lead. For those of you not familiar with volleyball, it's a race to 25. You got to win by 2 points. Best 3 out of 5 sets.
Rally scoring.
In the state of Indiana. And yes, it is rally scoring as we see the Lady Warriors take a 7-5 lead. So yeah, not like the good old days when you had to score or had to serve to score a point.
No, we'd be here for days.
Oh yeah. Lady Rebels setting it up. Nice dig on the Watseka side of the net. Dig back across. Now South Newton with a chance to set it up. Nice block up front. Whaley with the dig. Lady Rebels set it up again, and that one will sail long. It is out of bounds off of Malaya Embry. So Watseka out to a 3-point lead here in set number 1. Bauer with the overhand serve. Setting it up on the far side. Nice recovery by Watseka, and another nice play by the Lady Warriors.
One too many hits.
Serve comes in. Whaley with the dig from the back row. Now they'll set it up for Whaley. She'll get it across. Lady Warriors set it up on the near side. Got across by Drake, and now it's put down for the point for South Newton, and that point going to Leah Schreiner. Schreiner's second kill of the night, and she will serve for the Lady Rebels. Overhand serve, dug out by Shippert. Back across, and that one goes long, and it is inbounds, and the Lady Warriors get the point on that one, taking a 10-6 lead. Courtney Thompson, check that. Mallory Drake serving into the net for Watseka. It's actually Kennedy McTaggart. These numbers are really small on the front of the jerseys, and they're little, I can almost read the football numbers better. And they're a lot farther away from me. This is Haley Warren with the serve, and that's out of bounds. So another point for Watseka. And South Newton with, as we mentioned earlier, some unforced errors here in this first set. 11-7 our score. Watseka with the lead. Grace Smith with the overhand serve, and it's out of bounds, giving South Newton the point. So Elizabeth Gehring with the overhand serve for South Newton. And that one into the net off Kennedy Bauer, giving the point to the Lady Rebels. Bauer sets it up, knocked across by Shippert. Far side to Whaley. Whaley gets it across for South Newton. This one into the back row. Shippert with a nice save in the back row. This one right on the net. Almost a problem for Watseka, but Bauer able to get it across for the Lady Warriors. Another nice dig by Bauer. Now they set it up far side for Whaley with the spike. Nice recovery for Watseka. They'll set it up again, this time on the near side, and that one into the net off of Kim Hall.
Long point.
So Watseka leading 12-9 here in set number 1.
This would be Mallory Drake.
Yes, Mallory Drake serving for the Lady Warriors. In the middle, the nice dig that time by Drake. And in the middle is Warren. Nice save that time by Warren. They get it across. Here's Whaley with the spike. Nice dig by Drake. And into the net is Watseka. They're going to call that on Kennedy Bauer. So South Newton will get the point, cutting it to 12-10. And Kim Hall will serve for the Rebels. Overhand serve. Pushed across, dug out by South Newton. And that one dinked across, and nice save by the Lady Warriors. Gehring with the bump, and another nice block up front off Whaley, and that will go out of bounds before it got across the net, so that's point to South Newton. And that'll cut the lead to 1. Gehring gets it across for the Lady Rebels. Near side with it, and that spike is put down by Kennedy Bauer with authority.
I would say that one was officially with authority, yes.
Gives the Lady Warriors a 13-11 lead here in set number 1 high school volleyball action from South Newton High School.
Watseka's pretty much led the whole way.
They have. South Newton has cut it to 1 on a couple of occasions, and it's out of bounds off the serve. And again, they've cut it to 1. Madeline Whaley, one of the top ace servers in the state of Indiana, serving now for South Newton. Overhand serve comes in. That tapped across by Embry. Setting it up near side. Spike put down, and another point for Kennedy Bauer. And Kennedy Bauer, one of the more dangerous players on this Watseka volleyball team. And she's got plenty of experience.
Yeah, they need to make an adjustment because that's like the third or fourth one she's fired to the same spot.
Grace Smith on to serve for Watseka. Overhand serve comes in. Gehring setting it up. Now Embry will bump it across for South Newton. Near side with it, and that one is another kill for Bauer. That's number 4 here in this game. And Watseka back out to a 15-12 lead. Substitution checking in for Watseka. That one goes into the net from Smith. So Samantha Warren now will serve for the Lady Rebels. Jump overhand serve. Setting it up. Knocked across by Schinke. That one dug out in all the way up into the rafters. But Bauer pushes it across. Now they'll set near side Embry. She'll get the kill. Malaya Embry. First kill of the evening for Malaya. And Warren serves it into the net. So once again, South able to cut it to 1. But as soon as they do, they give up that serve again and push the Lady Warriors back up to a 2-point lead. 16-14 in a race to 25. Gehring with the dig from the back row. Here comes Whaley with the spike. Nice save by Bauer. And they're able to get it across with Drake. Here's Whaley again. And that one will drop in, and Maddie Whaley gets the kill.
Yeah, Libero could not quite get to it.
So Leah Schreiner now serving for the Lady Rebels, trailing by 1, 16-15. Dug out of the back row by Shippert. Bumped across. Whaley with the dig. Set it up near side for Drake, and Watseka gets called for a double hit. So we are tied at 16 here in set number 1. Overhand serve, dug out by Shippert. It's up by Bauer to Drake. Here's Embry with the spike into the net. And South Newton able to tie it up that time, but they give the point back to Watseka and the serve. Watseka leading 17-16. Overhand serve from Drake. Gehring with an errant return, and that one's going to go all the way back off the wall. So Watseka goes up 18-16. Mallory Drake's overhand serve. Whaley. Here's Whaley on the spike, and time dug out nicely in the back row by Watseka. Another nice dig for Watseka as well. Schreiner pushes it across. Got another long volley going here, but that one into the net, and South Newton will get the point. So now serving for the Lady Rebels will be Haley Warren, trailing by 1, 18-17. Shippert with the dig from the back row, pushed over by Watseka, and that's going to be a point for Mallory Drake. So Watseka back up 19-17. Grace Smith back in to serve for Watseka. Gehring with the dig. Schreiner sets it up, and she carried it. So Leah Schreiner with the error, and Watseka goes up 3, 20-17. Whaley. Schreiner sets up for Whaley. Whaley with the spike. Nice block up front by the Lady Warriors. And that one is long off Drake and out of bounds. 20-18. And Gehring will serve now for South Newton. Overhand serve comes in. Shippert with the dig. Schreiner sets it up for Whaley. Whaley put it into the net. 21-18, Lady Warriors. Mallory Drake set to serve now. And there's a shot, and that one goes down for Samantha Warren for her second kill of the night. So that'll cut it to 21-19. Hall with the serve for South Newton. Far side with it. Spike blocked up front by the Lady Warriors. Leah Schreiner trying to get the spike down, but nice defensive play by Watseka. Smith leading the block there. And the Warriors now up 22-19. Shippert on the serve. Dug out of the back row by Warren. Pushed across by South Newton. Drake will bump it across. There's Whaley. Blocked up front. And another point for Watseka. Kennedy McTaggart got the kill that time. And it's 23-19 and a timeout for the Lady Rebels.
Well, somebody forgot to tell Watseka that South Newton's not lost a game yet. Well, not lost a match yet. still haven't. But then it's best of 5.
It is. It's early.
It's not the best of 3 like Watseka is used to over in the state of Illinois. You got to have a little bit of endurance to play here in Indiana.
Well, and it makes you wonder if the Illinois teams, when they do come over to play to Indiana, if they don't get a little more worn out as the match wears on. Because, if you're used to just going 3 games and oftentimes just 2 games, or 2 sets rather, when you've got to go 5, it's almost playing 2 matches.
Makes it a little harder.
It does. Yeah. Taylor Shippert to serve for Watseka, leading by 4, 23-19 here in set number 1. That one bumped across, and the kill to Leah Schreiner. And Maddie Whaley on to serve now for the Lady Rebels.
That's who Sal Newton wants at the line back there.
Setting it up this time, bumped across, and Watseka able to dig it out. Drake got it back over. Gehring with the dig, setting it up for Whaley. Maddie Whaley blocked up front. They'll try it again this time, and that one bumped across. Whaley with a nice save. And the Lady Warriors keep it alive. Here is Kennedy Bauer, and Whaley digs it again. That one bumped across and long. Leah Schreiner hit it a little long, and this will be set point for Watseka here.
So is it McTaggart making all those nice blocks up front?
I believe it is.
That was sweet.
So set point for Watseka here. Whaley with the dig. And Warren gets it across for South Newton. They'll set it up for Bauer. Bauer blocked up front, but it goes on the South Newton side of the net. And that will give the Lady Warriors set number 1 by a final of 25-21. And we will be back with set number 2 coming up in just a moment. Stick around. You're watching high school volleyball on AccessIlliana.com.
Tonight's opening kickoff is brought to you by Kentland Bank, with branches in Kentland, Lake Village, Rose Lawn, Rensselaer, and Lafayette.
Kentland Bank has been serving the needs of the community and depositors since 1932. Over time, they have expanded to meet the needs of the communities of Lake Village, Rose Lawn, Rensselaer, and Lafayette, with the same principles they were founded on. Kentland Bank is a full-service bank offering an array of checking and savings accounts, commercial accounts and loans, drive-up services, agricultural, business, and personal loans, as well as ATMs and free internet banking that includes an option for free electronic bill payment. Kentland Bank is still a locally owned community bank where decisions can be made quickly by people you know. Visit us online at KentlandBank.com. Kentland Bank. Our people care. It's our policy. It's our promise. An equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Pregame show brought to you by Bob Bird, your country financial agent in Watseka.
What's your idea of financial security?
My idea of financial security? Enough for an early retirement.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Helping my grandkids with
protection for my new driver.
See Bob Burge, your country financial agent, located at 100 North 10th Street in Watseka. Phone 815-432-5240.
And welcome back into South Newton. Set number 2 about to get underway. Watseka a 25-21 winner in set number 1. And the two teams will switch sides now. Watseka on the left, South Newton on the right. And had a number of stars for Watseka in that one. Kennedy Bauer, Kennedy McTaggart, both with big games there in the first set for Watseka to come out with the 25-21 victory. And contrary to what you might think, you are not watching high school football. You may be seeing some of our bumpers for football and that kind of thing, but we, of course, are using our commercial breaks. It's kind of a little bonus for our sponsors and our viewers here tonight. So,
something special.
Yeah, sure.
Couldn't find this has been an Access Ileana special presentation.
It is an Access Ileana special presentation. And our referee once again was out checking people's IDs, I think. Making sure everybody's here, everybody here on up and up. That's what he's checking out. South Newton with the opening serve here in set number 2. Bumped across by Haley Ketchum. South Newton setting it up, and that one down with authority from Samantha Warren. So South Newton with the early lead here for set number 2. Best of 5 here. And now one dinked across, and just like that, Samantha Warren, has 2 quick kills here for the first 2 points for South Newton. And that one could be trouble, but the Watseka Warriors make a nice recovery. Setting it up in the middle. This one, once again, a nice recovery from Watseka. That one dinked across, and that point will go to Leah Schreiner, her 4th kill of the night. And Kim Hall will serve again for the Lady Rebels, now leading 3-0 here in set number 2. Bauer with the dig. Drake tried to dink it across, but Schreiner able to dig it out. And that one spiked down, and it goes for Maddie Whaley.
Rebels just needed a warm-up game.
And a quick timeout called by Watseka. Krista Pufall wants to talk about it. Her team down 4-0 here. Early going in set number 2.
Hard to blame her. Tonight's webcast here on Access Ileana is being brought to you by the Conrad Agency in Brooke Fowler and Rose Lawn. The Brooke Locker Plant by Joe Liznicki, your country financial representative in Watseka, serving Illinois and Indiana. Kentland Bank with branches in Lake Village, Rose Lawn, Rensselaer, and Lafayette. Kindle Insurance Services in Kentland. 3D Machine in Goodland, and Emerson Sonograph Incorporated in Kentland.
So South Newton out to a 4-0 lead here in set number 2. Behind the serving of Kim Hall. And Hall with the overhand serve. Dug out by Bauer in the back row. They'll set it up for Bauer. And blocked up front. And Watseka able to keep it alive and got it across. Now they set it up, and Whaley is into the net. So Watseka gets their first point of set number 2.
Drake goes back to serve.
She had a nice game in set number 1. That one in the air. Warren. Now Hall gets it across. Watseka setting it up for Drake on the far side, and she nailed it.
Big hit.
Mallory Drake with her 3rd kill of the night. And it's 4-2, and Drake to serve for the Lady Warriors. Set it up in the middle. Nice dig that time by Shippert, and it's out of bounds, and South Newton gets the point to go up 5-2. And Madeline Whaley now to serve for the Lady Rebels. Overhand serve is long and out of bounds. 5-3 now. As Taylor Shippert will serve now for Watseka. Warren gets it across, but a nice dink up front, and I believe that was Kennedy McTaggart getting that one across, and she'll get the point, making it 5-4.
She's been steady all day up front.
She's been dinking and blocking and doing all kinds of stuff up front. That one long and out of bounds. So 6-4, and Elizabeth Gehring to serve for South Newton. Lady Rebels with a 2-point lead here in set number 2. Overhand serve, and that's trouble, but will it make it across? It will not. And that'll be a point for the Lady Rebels to put them up 7-4. Overhand serve comes in. They set it up to the far side. Rebels dig it out. And that's going to be a point for Leah Schreiner. And South Newton goes up 8-4. Gehring just across the net, and that will be an ace for Elizabeth Gehring, her second.
South Newton started to take charge here in the second game.
9-4 now. They lead it by 5. Set number 2 in this best of 5. Gehring drops it in. Now they set it up. That blocked up front, but it gets across, and the kill for Kennedy Bauer. Her first of set number 2, and she will drop back to serve.
Nope.
Actually, she'll be
Grace.
Will be Grace Smith. Bauer wanted to serve, just wasn't her turn. Smith with the overhand serve. Gehring digs it out in the back row. Embry will push it across for South Newton. Far side, Bauer gets it over for Watseka. Here is the spike, and that one goes long from Schreiner. And it's cut to a 3-point game, 9-6. Gehring setting it up for Whaley. Whaley's spike is good, and Maddie Whaley gets the point.
That one found the inside portion of the back line. That, too, had authority.
So Leah Schreiner back to serve now for the Lady Rebels. Dug out by Shippert. Set it up on the near side for Bauer, and Bauer gets the point that time. Kennedy Bauer, 6 kills here this evening. And that'll cut it to 10-7, and now Kennedy will drop back to serve. And that is in, and that's an ace for Kennedy Bauer. Not sure Maddie Whaley knew exactly where she was on the floor there, because that one dropped right in just inside the line. That time Hall got it, and Hall will push it across. Far side, Drake. That one will come off the rafters, and it's in play and tipped across, and the point for Claire Schutte. First time I had a chance to call Claire's name tonight. So Haley Warren in to serve now for the Lady Rebels, leading 11-8 here in set number 2. Bauer will dig it out. Set up by Smith, and they get it across. South Newton pushes it back over. Shippert with the dig. This time Gehring sets it up for Whaley. Spike, good for Maddie Whaley.
Pretty impressive.
Third kill for Whaley here in this second set. And Warren on the serve once again. Comes in, dug by Shippert. Set up near side. Gearing with the dig for the back row for South Newton. Here's Whaley, spiked, blocked up front, but the point goes down for Madeline Whaley. And South Newton back up to a 5-point lead, 13-8 here in set number 2. Warren again with the overhand serve. Far side with it, that's Drake. Gearing digs it out. Whaley set up, spike, and that goes off Watseka. And no, they're going to say that is clean. So a point goes to Watseka, 13-9. And here's Mallory Drake to serve for the Lady Warriors. Nope. Check that.
Kennedy McTaggart.
The 2 and that 6 look really similar. That one pushed across, and Watseka into the net. That was Mallory Drake getting into the net there. And Watseka back out, or South Newton back out by 5, 14-9. There's Schutte on the serve. Setting it up near side. Pushed across by Schinke. South Newton gets it right back. Drake gets it over. We'll set it up this time. The spike goes down. Watseka with a save, and they're going to get Watseka into the net again. Might have been Schinke that time.
Leads back up to 6.
So once again, South Newton with the serve, leading 15-9 here in set number 2. And that one's going to drop in, and that will be another point for the Lady Rebels. And they lead it by 7 here now after losing set number 1, 25-21. Best out of 5 here tonight. Bauer will set it up front. Bumped over by Smith. Now they set it up. Bauer to Drake. Drake with the spike. Dug out by Warren. Pushed across. Nice save in the back row by Shippert that time. Setting it up this time, Whaley pushing it into the empty space. And Madeline Whaley has a knack for that, just finding the empty spot on the court and dropping it in. South Newton leading by 8 here in set number 2, Watseka.
Yeah, this entire game has been all South Newton pretty much from the get-go. Got off to a quick 3-0, maybe 4-0 lead before Watseka scored a point. And they really haven't turned back. Watseka did get it close as 2, but now they're down 8, 17-9 here in the second set.
I think the Lady Rebels got them a wake-up call there in that first game that, Watseka wasn't just going to come in here and lay down just because you're 19-0. Doesn't mean teams are just going to lay down for you. And sure enough, that apparently woke the Lady Rebels up because they lead it by 8 here in set number 2.
Well, they got the endurance to go 5. They know they can go 5. They're a lean, mean group. And by mean, I don't mean, they're rude. They're just very nasty on the volleyball court. They get it done.
They do get it done.
Everybody's got a job to do, and everybody does it.
Schutte serving once again. Drake with the dig. Setting it up this time on the far side for Hall, and she dinks it across, but it's out of bounds. Watseka with the point, making it 17-10. And that one's going to be dinked across, and that's going to be a point for Watseka. Mallory Drake just sneaking that one in there. So Watseka once again with the serve, trailing by 6, and that one goes into the net, and it grows back to a 7-point lead. Sydney McTaggart on the serve that time for Watseka. Here's Kim Hall to serve for the Lady Rebels. Shippert with the dig. Battle at the net was won by South Newton, and a double hit that time by Haley Ketchum. I think she carried it a little bit there. Gives the Lady Rebels the point and a 19-11 lead. Bauer digs it out. Lady Rebels set it up. And Schreiner gets the kill that time for South Newton. Her third this game, sixth on the night, and it's 20-11. Overhand serve is an ace for Kim Hall. And that'll give South Newton a 10-point lead here in set number 2. Hall's overhand serve is going to be another ace.
Right by Ketchum again.
The second set has been all Lady Rebels. Hall's serve goes out of bounds that time. That'll give Watseka a little bit of life here in the second set, trailing by 10 as Mallory Drake gets set to serve. Whaley got the ball over the net. Here is Bauer, and it's out of bounds. Just a little bit too long, and South Newton with the point, now 23-12.
I don't recognize our line judges.
No, it is no longer the Hamel boys.
Hamel boys, no.
They have since graduated and moved on to bigger and better things. They are now line judging in college.
They've given up their flag work here at the high school level.
Watseka with the point there. So 23-13. And this is Taylor Shippard with the serve. Setting us up, Embry, blocked up front. Gehring with the save in the back row. Knocked back across by Schreiner. Set it up far side, Bauer. Met by resistance at the net from South Newton. Now bumped across by Warren. That one blocked up front by the Lady Rebels. Embry with the save on the South Newton side of the net. Warren with the bump across. Bauer gets it over and got the point. Kennedy Bauer pretty good at finding the empty space on the court as well. Cuts it to 23-14.
I think you just gave me my favorite saying of the night.
What's that?
I forgot what it was.
Oh, well, it couldn't have been that good.
It was good.
Finding the empty spot on the court?
No.
Okay. Lady Rebels setting it up near side. Schreiner gets it in and gets the point.
It was a word I haven't heard you use before in volleyball. It was something about the net defense. I don't remember what exactly you said.
I forget what I said. But nonetheless, we'll think of it during the break coming up. Set point for South Newton.
One of those really good words.
Gehring on the serve. Here's Bauer, blocked up front, and the Lady Warriors save it. Bauer pushes it across. Gehring with the save in the back row. And Whaley will bump it over for South Newton. Here's Drake, and that'll get the point. Mallory Drake gets the point, cuts it to 24-15. Line of defense, is that what it was?
It might have been, I don't remember. I hadn't heard you use it in volleyball, though.
So here's Grace Smith to serve for Watseka.
But if you used it once, you'll use it again.
I probably will. Set point once again, and Watseka not going away just yet. That makes it 24-16. This one's bumped across by the Lady Rebels. Drake gets it back over. Whaley with the dig. Setting it up. Schreiner with the spike. Nice block up front by Watseka. Warriors get it back across with Schinke. And back over and in for the point. Whaley with the kill, and the Lady Rebels takes set number 2, 25-16, and we'll be back with set number 3 coming up in just a moment. You're watching high school volleyball on AccessIlliana.com.
The pregame show, brought to you by Bob Bird, your country financial agent in Watseka.
What's your idea of financial security?
My idea of financial security? Enough for an early retirement.
No matter where you're starting from, Country Financial can help you achieve it.
Helping my grandkids with college.
Protection for my new driver.
See Bob Bird, your country financial agent, located at 100 North 10th Street in Watseka. Phone 815-432-5240. Nat Funeral Homes is a family-owned business that has been serving the families of Iroquois, Ford, and Vermilion counties since 1897 with one simple mission: to treat every family like it's their own. Their dedicated and caring staff can help you through those difficult times. Visit them online at natfuneralhomes.com to see the many services they offer, including pre-planning arrangements, aftercare with grief support, cremation services, and every product or service you require as you lay your loved ones to rest. Call them today at 815-432-2406 to tour their facilities. Kindness, compassion, and understanding, helping you and your family to a peace of mind. That's Nat Funeral Homes. Family owned, family operated. Serving the area for over 100 years.
What?
This is the Brook Locker Halftime Show, brought to you by the Brook Locker Plant in Brook, Indiana. Got a big cookout coming up? Hosting a family dinner? Maybe it's just time to restock that freezer. Stop in and pick out your favorite cuts of meat at the Brook Locker Plant in Brook. Brook Locker specializes in custom processing and retail sales, and they offer a variety of packages to meet your needs and your budget. Whether you're having a small family dinner or feeding the whole gang, stop into the Brook Locker Plant, 243 Main Street in Brook. Open weekdays till 5, Saturdays till noon. Phone 219-275-2611.
Back here at South Newton, set number 3, about to get underway. All tied up at 1 set apiece, best out of 5, which means we're going at least 2 more.
Yep.
South Newton with a 25-16 victory in set number 2 after getting knocked down 25-21 in set 1. So Lady Rebels came back with a vengeance there in that second set. We'll see if they can keep it rolling in the third set, or if the Lady Warriors will put up a line of resistance. We can only wait to see is all we can do. So
that's all we can do.
As we wait patiently for set number 2 to start. You know who's holding us up? This guy again.
You know, I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But he's just awfully nosy.
Yeah. He's just kind of wandering around, checking IDs, making sure everybody's valid, checking out the ball, making sure the right proper weight and air pressure's in that ball. We don't want a Tom Brady situation.
Thank you, Tom Brady,
here.
yes. Had a substitute and a resubstitute. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, take the tall girl off.
Yeah.
No, wait. Yes? Yeah, that's what they're going to do.
And, you know, we've called a number of volleyball games in our day here at Access Illiana. Still don't fully understand everything about volleyball.
No.
You know, it's not really one of those sports that you follow real closely. Even if you like, you know, I like to watch some college volleyball, some Olympic volleyball is always kind of fun. As Watseka gets the first point of the night.
I'll tell you, this side of the floor has been the winning side.
It really has. Watseka on the right, South Newton on the left this time around. Kennedy Bauer with the serve. And there's a nice save by Watseka, but the Lady Rebels will get the point nonetheless. Leah Schreiner.
South Newton says we can win from either side. Don't matter to us.
Here is Hall to serve now for the Lady Rebels and put that one into the net. And Watseka goes up 2-1. So here's Taylor Shippert for Watseka. Got it just over the net, and she'll get the ace.
Got the little hop up off the net.
Watseka up 3-1.
Interrupt flow to the ball.
Setting it up front, and Warren couldn't get that one across. They'll set it up this time. Whaley will bump it over for South Newton. And here is Bauer, and that's going to be a point for Kennedy Bauer. Bauer with unofficially 8 kills here tonight, and it's 4-1 Watseka. Shippert again to serve. And that one's long and out of bounds. So Whaley will come in now to serve for the Lady Rebels.
I don't get a sense that the lighting's better on that side of the floor.
Oh, neither, but the lights did go out during our JV game.
They did. And
that's going to be an ace for Madeline Whaley.
Maddie adding to her totals.
Well, Maddie plays a lot of volleyball.
Yeah, not just here at South Newton.
Maddie is a club volleyball player. So, yeah, she has spent a lot of time playing volleyball, and it shows.
Probably going to cover her education.
I would imagine so, as Warren dinks it across. Dug out, though, and bumped back over. And an unforced error there as Kennedy McTaggart hit it long, and just like that, South Newton has tied it up at 4. Shippert knocks it across, and that one is long and out of bounds. We might mention that Maddie Whaley is the younger sister of RJ. You might remember RJ, who had a pretty good athletic career here at South Newton High School. And the Lady Warriors are into the net, across the line.
Football.
So that'll be a point.
Football, wrestling.
Yes. So after trailing 4-1, South Newton's up 6-4. Nice dig by Gehring. Schreiner will bump it across for the Lady Rebels, rather. Here's Bauer on the spike, but a nice block up front, and the point will go down for Watseka.
I think that was Smith.
I believe you're correct. So that'll make it 6-5. That was not Smith, because Grace Smith is checking into the game as we speak.
The girl
I believe it was actually Tegan Wetherick.
It was number 8.
And that one dinked across by Hall. Setting it up for Bauer, and we have a whistle and a point to South Newton. A double hit by Watseka. So Lady Rebels go up 7-5, and Elizabeth Gehring to serve for the Lady Rebels. Overhand serve, dug by Drake. Bauer will set it up. And that one long and out of bounds. Haley Lazarov sending that one a little long, and South Newton goes up by 3. Gehring pushes the serve across. Drake sets it up. Lazarov gets it over, and that was on the wrong side of the stick, I think. And a point to South Newton. We've talked about the stick. Yeah. I think we found the name for it somewhere at one point.
And it did not go on the inside portion of the stick.
It did not. It must go on the inside portion of the stick. We will show you the stick momentarily. South Newton up 9-5 here.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for a picture of the stick. Bauer sends it off of Gehring and out of bounds, and Bauer gets the point.
One of them with authority shots.
There's the stick. Not the guy sitting there. It's the red and white thing sticking up in the air. That's the stick.
He's no stick.
Right. Right behind the referee's head. I think it's got a name. We just don't know what it is. Schreiner bumps it across. And another nice save by South Newton to keep it alive. Leading by 3 here in set 3. All tied up, 1 set apiece. Here is Embry getting it across. Dug out by Shippert. Now Drake will bump it over. Schreiner with the set to Hall. Now to Whaley on the spike. And that's going to be a point for Madeline Whaley.
Nothing Mallory Drake could do with that one.
So Schreiner now to serve for the Lady Rebels. Setting it up far side. Lady Rebels able to save that one. Whaley will push it over. Shippert sets it up front. Here's Drake. And that one goes long and inbounds, and the point for Mallory Drake. 10-7, South Newton with the lead. Watseka with the serve here in set number 3. And that one off of Whaley, and that's going to be an ace for Watseka. And getting that one was Kennedy McTaggart. Lady Rebels setting it up. Here's Whaley on the spike. Nice dig that time by Watseka, but a carry by Watseka will give the point to the Lady Rebels. And they lead it 11-8 here in set number 3. By the way, our pregame show tonight was sponsored by the Conrad Agency and Brooke, Fowler, and Roselawn.
Yes.
I just wanted to let the host of our, or the sponsor of the pregame show know that I know what a libero is. I may not know everything it does, but I know what it is. What's the name of the stick, Kyle? That's what we really want to know.
Yeah, the net stick.
And there's a point for Schreiner, and the Lady Rebels go up 12-8.
That looks like a candy cane.
Yeah, I looked up those libero rules some time ago. I know they can come freely in and out of the game and that kind of thing. So
you studied quite hard for that exam.
I did when we started doing volleyball many moons ago. That's going to be a point for the Lady Warriors. Haley Ketchum getting a kill. But I'm guessing that we know just about as much about volleyball as Kyle does.
I'll bet you we know more.
He's watched more of it probably because he has 2 daughters.
Well, that's true. He may. I hate to admit Kyle knows more about anything, though.
And that one a little bit short for Hall, and Watseka will get the point. They've cut it to 2 now, 12-10. Watseka took the first set 25-21. South Newton a winner in set 2, 25-16. Best out of 5 here. And that's going to be a dink across and a point for Mallory Drake. And just like that, it's a 1-point match, 12-11. That one bumped across by Hall. Here's Drake. Dug out of the back row by Haley Warren, and that spike is going to be a point for South Newton, and that was from Madeline Whaley again. South Newton back up 2, 13-11. Claire Schutte to serve now for the Lady Rebels. Lady Warriors setting it up, and Kennedy Bauer pushes it across. This time it's Whaley. Shippert with the save from the back row. Drake dinks it over. And that one off the hands of Leah Schreiner. kind of went the wrong way, I think, than where Schreiner wanted to put it, and as a result, cuts the lead back to 1, 13-12.
Yeah, I think if she'd have left it alone, Kim Hall was ready to return it, or at least hit it.
Gehring digs it out, setting it up front, and that's an easy point right there for Samantha Warren. That's authority.
That one would have left a mark.
And that one's going to drop in there for Mallory Drake. Drake with 3 kills in this set, and it makes it 14-13. South Newton on top. Well, one of the things you and I have learned watching volleyball is your ability to spike the ball goes a long way to your success, and the Lady Rebels have a few gals that can spike the ball, and that point's going to go to Watseka and tie it up at 14. The successful Lady Warrior teams of the past few years had some
big hitters,
deadly spikers.
Katie Kidwell comes to
mind. Oh, yeah. She was very dangerous at the net.
Man.
Very dangerous gal. Here is Kennedy Bauer getting blocked up front. Hall digs it out for South Newton. Gehring will set it up for Schreiner. Drake with the dig. Near side, it's Bauer. She gets the point, and Watseka goes up 1.
Jessica Allhands was devastating. I think that was the very first year we did volleyball. We had Jessica Allhands, and she could hit a volleyball.
15-14. Watseka with a 1-point lead here in set number 3. All tied up at 1 set apiece. Hall setting it up front and blocked up front. Nice save by Whaley. Hall will set it up, this time for Warren. She'll push it across. Now they'll set it up for Bauer. Bauer blocked up front, and South Newton will get the point. And they're going to say 4 hits on the Lady Warriors that time.
You know who else hit the volleyball real hard? Morgan Richards.
Oh, yes, absolutely, yes.
Oh, she hit the volleyball hard.
And that's going to be a carry on Watseka. So South Newton, after being down 1, back up 1 here in set 3, 16-15. Maddie Whaley with the overhand serve. Drake to Bauer, now to Drake, and she'll push it across. Setting it up this time for Embry. She'll get it over. Nice dig by Watseka. Here's Bauer on the spike, out of bounds, and point to Watseka. And it's tied at 16.
Who else hits a volleyball hard?
Yeah. Kennedy Bauer.
Kennedy Bauer. Long line of big hitters.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So Grace Smith serving it up here for Watseka. Gehring digs it from the back row. It's going to be bumped across by South Newton. Here's Bauer again. A save, but that one's going to, and Gehring did not get it on the right side of the stick.
No.
She got it across the net, but not on the right side of the stick. So Watseka goes up 17-16 here in set 3. Schreiner hitting that one from up front. Now Whaley pushes it over. Gonna set it up this time in the middle. Bauer gets it across. Hall setting it up and dinked across by Schreiner. And here's Bauer pushing it over. And the defense will get the point. And that was Samantha Warren. And we're tied at 17 here in set number 3. Warren checks out of the game. And Elizabeth Gehring with the serve. Setting it up near side. Whaley digs that one out. Here's Schreiner, blocked up front. Here's Hall. Whaley knocking it over. Shippert, and Shippert couldn't get the return. And South Newton goes back up by 1, 18-17. So here's Gehring on the serve for the Lady Rebels and puts it into the net. And we're tied at 18.
It's a nail biter.
Yeah, this one's got 5 games written all over.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bauer on the serve. Setting it up, Embry in the middle. Nice dig by Bauer. And Drake sends it long and out of bounds. So Leah Schreiner to serve now for the Lady Rebels, up 19-18 here in set number 3. And that one is an ace for Leah Schreiner. First ace of the night for Schreiner. Did not look like Kennedy Bauer was ready for that one. Here it comes in low. Dug out by Shippert this time. Smith. Now Drake. Hall with the bump. Here's Embry with the spike, and she gets the point. Malaya Embry with her second kill of the night and a timeout, Watseka. Trailing 21-18 here in set number 2.
Tonight's webcast of girls high school volleyball being brought to you in part by CR Repair in Brook, Hopkins Electric in Kentland, Tom's Barbershop in Goodland, Murphy's Food King in Kentland, Infinity Grain Systems in Brook, Brinkman Chiropractic in Kentland, Superior Cleaners in Watseka with drop-off spots across Ileana, by the Downtown Lounge in Kentland, and by First Financial Bank in Goodland and Watseka. 21-18 is our score. We are tied at 1 set apiece here as Watseka tries to upend the undefeated South Newton Rebels.
Hey, coming up Friday night, we got high school football action for you from Blakefield and Watseka as the Warriors play host to the Oblong Panthers.
It's homecoming.
It is homecoming. We'll be there. Kickoff at 7 o'clock, the live video webcast right here on AccessIleana.com. But don't despair, South Newton fans, because coming up a week from Friday, we'll be out here at Rebel Field. I believe the Rebels are playing Covington, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, well, maybe
that game for you a week from Friday.
Maybe they'll bring us some nice rolls and jelly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Me too.
Schreiner with a jump serve. Shippert digs it out and bumped across by Embry, and she gets the score. And South Newton goes up by 4, 22-18.
See, this is already deeper than Watseka goes.
It is. Jump serve by Schreiner. Dug out by Bauer. They'll set it up. Here's Drake. And that's going to go down for Mallory Drake. Drake with unofficially 9 kills here tonight. 22-19 now. And Drake to serve for the Lady Warriors. Overhand serve dug by Whaley. Hall will set it up in the middle. Lady Warriors on the return. Drake pushes it over, and Mallory Drake finds that little area where nobody is standing.
Found
and gets the kill again.
Found the bald spot.
22-20.
Long.
And that serve is long. Kennedy McTaggart. So 23-20 now. South Newton on top, and it will be Haley Warren to serve.
With Watseka having their hands full right here.
Haley with no aces here yet tonight. Shippert with the dig, setting it up. Back row, it'll be Bauer. They got up in the middle for Hall. Smith on the dig. Bauer gets it across. Schreiner setting it up. Whaley bumps it over for South Newton, setting it up. And that will be a point for the Lady Rebels. As Haley Lazarov couldn't get it across. Set point here for South Newton, leading 24-20. And Warren to serve. And Shippert gets it in play. Bauer will push it over. Gearing with the dig. Gearing setting it up for Whaley. Whaley puts it, and Bauer gets the dig. Save for Watseka. Drake dinks it across. Here's Whaley again, and that'll go down. And the Lady Rebels take set number 3 rather, 25-20. And they lead it 2 sets to 1, and we'll be back with set number 4 coming up next. You're watching high school volleyball action on accessleanna.com.
The Halftime Show, presented by the Prospect Bank with branches in Watseka and Gilman.
Building lifelong relationships, one customer at a time.
Our bank strives to be the company employees want to work for.
Customers want to do business with.
And investors want to participate in their success.
We create an experience for our customers that fulfills
and exceeds their financial needs.
We provide exceptional customer experiences through value and service to our communities. These are not just words, they are our mission, our vision.
And the foundation of opportunities we want to share with you.
Celebrating 6 decades of excellent service to the community, Superior Cleaners prides itself on meeting their customers' needs every day. No matter your dry cleaning needs, Superior Cleaners has been and will continue to be the place you can count on for quality cleaning in a timely fashion. For your convenience, Superior Cleaners has some area drop-off spots. In Indiana, see Tom's Barber Shop in Goodland, April Flowers in Fowler, Twigs in Kentland, Hirschman's True Value in Brook, Suds R Us in Morocco, and Jordan's Floral in Rensselaer. In Illinois, see the Herald News in Milford, or their permanent location at 211 South 3rd Street in Watseka. Celebrating 6 decades of excellence. Superior Cleaners in Watseka. Are you wanting a
you might need around your home? You'll probably find it at Hopkins Electric in Kentland, your do-it-best hardware store. From everyday items like household products and light bulbs to tools, plumbing supplies, paint, and more. So before you run off to the big box store, stop into Hopkins Electric. Because you're looking for it, you just might find it at Hopkins. Hopkins Electric, 208 North 3rd Street in downtown Kentland. Stop in or call 219-474-6242. Looking for a new set of wheels but still waiting on the dealer to have some huge sale? Well, at Emerson Sonograph in Kentland, they don't need a huge sale to give you the low price on a brand new car, truck, or SUV. That's because you'll always find rock-bottom pricing on every vehicle on the lot. Find out for yourself. Stop in and see them or check out their inventory online at emersonsonograph.com. For the area leader in sales and service, stop into Newton County's only new car dealer, Emerson Sonograph, on US 24 West in Kentland.
Back here at South Newton, set number 4 coming up. Lady Rebels leading 2-1.
Guess who's at it again?
Well, okay, I'll explain this to you. According to our resident volleyball expert.
Is this Kyle?
Yes.
Okay.
The libero player, each team has the option to register one specialized defensive player, a libero, among the final list of 12 players. He or she is restricted to performing as a back row player and has no right at something. But when they sub before the set, that sub can come in and out without registering, if that makes sense. But when they substitute before the match, it creates a second player that can come in freely.
Gotcha.
So that's where the whole substituting before the match starts comes into play.
Okay.
So South Newton on the serve starts set number 4, and Watseka is going to get the first point and go up 1-0.
Having Kyle's like our own, what's the guy's name, Mike Perrine or whatever.
Yeah, right, yeah. Let's go to Mike Perrine back in New York on the rules committee. And
sure.
Let's go to Kyle back in Brook. He's on the rules committee. He'll explain that to us. And that's going to be a kill for Leah Schreiner. Schreiner having a pretty good night. Unofficially with 10 kills on the evening. So 1-1 our score here in set number 4. South Newton up 2-1, and Madeline Whaley to serve. Here's Bauer dinking it across, and Schreiner cannot get the save. And Bauer's going to score. Kennedy Bauer with 11 kills on the night.
Sounded painful. Skin sliding across the floor.
What I think we need to do is start recruiting Kyle to come be our bookkeeper and do the scoring for us. Shepard puts that one into the net, ties it up at 2. In fact, we could probably, Kyle's got broadcasting experience, but we could probably just bring him into the broadcast. Let him call the whole thing.
There you go.
I'll keep the stats. I'll run the cameras and the computers and stuff. And that one blocked up front, and that'll be a point for the Lady Rebels. And they'll take a 3-2 lead.
I always have a stiff neck next day.
From volleyball?
It's hazard pay, yeah. Or just it's one of the hazards of the job.
Elizabeth Gehring serving for South Newton. Setting it up far side. That was going to sail long and out of bounds. And that one off of Kennedy McTaggart. So South Newton up 4-2 now. That one's going to come in. Setting it up near side Bauer, and she got the point down, and that's a kill for Kennedy Bauer. So that'll cut it to 4-3 now, and Watseka will take over the serve.
I do have to say, though we've never covered bowling, as far as the camera work goes, volleyball is probably the easiest.
Embry. Well, bowling, we could do that no problem as Kennedy Bauer with authority once again.
IHSA bowling, IHSAA bowling.
I can handle that. That's not a problem.
Get all over it.
I even know which pins are which. Here's Smith with the serve. All tied up at 4-4 here in set number 4, and Whaley putting them into the net. And that'll give Watseka a 1-point lead, 5-4.
We are going to seesaw our way all the way to 25. That's the way
yes, we are, because that's how volleyball goes.
We do things here.
Grace Smith serve, and Whaley can't get the dig. That'll be an ace for Grace Smith.
Nice serve there by the junior.
Lady Warriors up 2 now, 6-4. South Newton leading in sets 2-1, and that's long and out of bounds. And that'll make it 6-5, and Leah Schreiner will come on to serve for South Newton. Lady Rebels, as we mentioned, 19-0 on the season, and that's going to be an ace for Schreiner. It's her second ace of the night, but there's some pretty rare territory.
Rare air for South Newton volleyball.
It is.
20 wins and really not break a sweat.
Schreiner. Shippert will get it across, and that one's long. Not saved by Gehring. Can they get it over? They cannot, and that'll be a point for Watseka.
Seems to me like they've played more tournaments this year.
I believe they have.
Like they got to 20 wins awfully quick. I know they started earlier than Illinois.
Yeah, exactly.
But only about a week.
So here is Kennedy Bauer to serve for Watseka. Dug out by Hall. Whaley will get over. That's going to go out of bounds, and Watseka goes up 8-6. I'll give you some hassle over there.
No, they were saying that somebody's watching from Terre Haute.
Oh, well, glad to have them along.
I think that's what they said. Either that or they said I was hot. I don't know which one.
I think somebody's watching from Terre Haute.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the way it went.
Whaley with the dig. Schreiner sets it up. Embry. Here's Bauer pushing it over. Oh, and that one off of Hall. And Watseka will go up 9-6.
They said it was a Gehring. No?
And we've got a timeout on the floor. 9-6 our score here in set number 4. South Newton leading 2-1. They're talking about the, I'm sorry?
We got viewers in Evansville.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, peace out to our friends in Evansville.
Shout out to Evansville.
Shout out to Evansville. You know, Evansville would be impressive if we hadn't had people watch from Afghanistan before.
Yeah, we've had people in yeah.
Evansville, yeah, that's cool. Now, Afghanistan, now that's really cool.
A lot of times we're coast to coast.
Oh, we're worldwide, you know.
We got Mitchell out there in San Francisco.
Right.
Somebody on the East Coast.
Well, you know, and we've known this for many years. Maddie Whaley has plenty of relatives out there on the East Coast who like to log on and check things out. I'm sure her mom let them know. Point to South Newton.
Jersey girl. Come on.
Pennsylvania, I believe.
Was it?
Yes.
I thought she called herself a Jersey girl.
Yeah, maybe it was close to Jersey. Well, it was Pennsylvania. Might have been New York. Setting it up in the middle, and that's going to be a point for the Lady Warriors. Kind of keeping South Newton at arm's distance right now. Haley Lazarov, with the point. And here's Kennedy McTaggart to serve. Gehring digs it out. Schreiner sets it up. Whaley spikes it down. Madeline Whaley, she's dangerous.
She brought that one from the East Coast. You know, there's a hurricane headed towards the East Coast.
10-8 Watseka. South Newton on the serve, and that one is down, and it's an ace for Claire Schutte.
Nice spot right there on the back line. Dropped it in nice, neatly. We have a 1-point game.
10-9, Watseka leading here in set number 4. Best of 5 here tonight. South Newton up 2-1. Setting it up far side, and that point's going to go down. Haley Ketchum with the kill there. Substitutions in for Watseka. And it's Caitlin Bell checking in to serve for the Lady Warriors. Leading 11-9. And that one is out of bounds. So South Newton with the point. Cuts it to 11-10. And here's Kim Hall to serve for the Lady Rebels. Overhand serve comes in, dug out by Shippert. They'll set it up to the back row. Bauer with the spike from the back row.
That was set up very nicely. Kennedy Bauer hit it hard.
Got her with 14 kills here tonight. 12-10 Watseka. Mallory Drake serving. And up front, it's going to go down for Haley Warren. Or Samantha Warren. So she'll get the kill, cutting it to 12-11. See, we got Haley Warren and Samantha Warren.
And Samantha Warren is deceptively strong.
And that is going to be saved by Watseka. Shippert gets it over. Warren with the dig. This is Embry, and that one is long and out of bounds, and Watseka goes back up by 2. So Taylor Shippert serving now for the Lady Warriors. 13-11 here in set number 4, and that one is long and out of bounds, making it 13-12. So here is Elizabeth Gehring. Overhand serve comes in. Set it up. McTaggart gets it across. That one dinked over. Embry will bump it. Hall will bump it. And that one will not get over for Leah Schreiner. 14-12, Watseka with the lead. So Grace Smith to serve for the Lady Warriors, up 2 here in set number 4. Hall will set it up. Whaley comes in and gets it a little bit too long and out of bounds. And that puts Watseka up 15-12. Smith to serve again. Into the back row, Gehring to Hall. Now up front, and that one off the hand of Schutte and out of bounds. And Watseka goes up 4, 16-12. Here's Smith's overhand serve. Schreiner will have to get it over for South Newton. Far side Bauer. Here's the spike, and it goes down for Kennedy Bauer.
Not much you can do from that angle. She gets that high and hits it that hard.
And it gets a little steeper for South Newton to come back. 17-12 now here in set number 4.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough road to hoe.
Gehring, Hall, Whaley puts it into the net. And a timeout for South Newton. 18-12. They trail it to the Lady Warriors.
I want to talk about it. Tonight's webcast here on Access Ileana is being brought to you by Bob Burge, your country financial agent in Watseka, the Prospect Bank in Watseka and Gilman, Clark Premier Plumbing Heating Incorporated in Watseka, Knapp Funeral Homes of Iroquois County, Erie Insurance Agency in Watseka, and Mueller Monument Works of Watseka. 18-12 is our score. We are in set number 4. South Newton with a 2-1 set lead. Watseka with the 6-point 18-12 lead here in the 4th set.
Best of 5 here tonight. Smith with the serve, dug out by Schreiner. Hall will set it up for Whaley. Whaley gets the spike, dug out by Shippert. Bauer pushes it across. Now here's Embry getting it over. Dug out of the back row by Smith. Bauer trying to find the empty spot on the floor. Can't find it. Setting it up for Schreiner. Here's Bauer on the return. That one dinked across. Up front. Whaley with the dig that time for South Newton. Schreiner gets it over. Smith, Drake, Bauer. And that one, Gehring can't get the save.
There's been some long points here tonight.
I'll tell you what, we've had some volleys, to say the least.
Good quality volleyball.
We got viewers tonight from Quincy, Illinois, we understand.
Welcome, Quincy.
So Grace Smith once again serving. It's long and out of bounds, making it 19-13.
That was close.
So Leah Schreiner to serve now for South Newton. Shipper with the dig. Dug out by Schutte. Now here's Whaley finding the empty spot on the floor. Then Maddie Whaley gets the point for the Lady Rebels. 19-14. South Newton leading 2-1, but Watseka trying to grab this 4th set here, and South Newton gets the point there, cutting it to 4, 19-15.
If they can cut it to 3 right here, they're going to start making Watseka think about it.
Schreiner with the serve. Shippert digs it out. Smith sets it up for Bauer. She'll push it across. Embry, and that one's going to sail way out of bounds. Point to the Lady Warriors and a 20-15 lead.
That was a nice cross-court hit from Bauer.
Here's Bauer on the serve. Dug by Hall. Setting it up for Whaley. She'll push it across. Far side it's Mallory Drake. That one dinked over and somehow saved by the Warriors. Setting it up for Whaley again into the net, but it gets across for the point. 20-16, and here comes Haley Warren to serve for South Newton.
That Kim Hall gets to some digs that you just don't think she's going to get to. And she makes nice plays.
Warren with the serve. Shippert, Smith, far side Drake. And Drake just dinks it over and gets the point. Drake now with 11 kills on the Knights. 21-16. Here's McTaggart on the serve. Gehring with the nice dig. Schreiner pushes it over. Here's Whaley spiking it. Nice job of saving it by Watseka. Gearing setting it up again for Whaley. Long spike will go down. Whaley with another kill. 21-17. And it'll be Schutte to serve for South Newton. Dug out by Drake, far side. Lady Rebels set it up. Schreiner, Whaley spikes it. Nice save by Shippert. Drake pushes it over. Nice job by the Lady Rebels. Hall got it over that time. Here's Bauer pushing it across. Now they'll set it up front. Whaley. Nice dig by Shippert. Bauer will knock it over. That one's short. Nice save by Hall. Into the net is Watseka. Point to the Lady Rebels.
Tough break for the Lady Warriors. That cuts the lead to 3.
21-18. Got a wet spot on the floor, so we'll get that cleaned up.
Watseka needs a stop here.
Schutte on the serve. Dug by Shippert. Set up and somehow got across. Oh, that one would have been out of bounds had South Newton let it go. Setting it up for Drake. She dinks it across. And Mallory Drake makes everybody think she's going to spike it and then just gives that little dump. And Watseka goes up 4, 22-18.
That was an important point for Watseka in this set.
Caitlin Bell serving now for the Lady Warriors. Up 4 here in set 4. South Newton leading 2-1. Whaley gets it over. And Whaley gets the spike. 22-19. Hall to serve for South Newton. Overhand serve comes in. They didn't get across, and that's going to be a point to Watseka. South Newton in the net. 23-19, and Mallory Drake to serve for the Lady Warriors.
Pretty strong feeling we're going to take this one as far as we can take it.
We kind of felt that from set 1.
Yep.
Here's Whaley. Spike, and it came right back to her. Check that. That was Warren. And it is set point now for the Lady Warriors, up 24-19.
I think Kennedy Bauer got that block.
Mallory Drake on the serve. Setting it up in the middle. Far side, it's Whaley. Setting it up now for Drake, and the spike is down, and it's a 25-19 victory for Watseka in set number 4. We're going to go to 15 in set 5. It's the tiebreaker. It's coming up next, right here on AccessIlliana.com.
We have a motto. We form partnerships with our customers, and it's not just a saying. It's throughout our shop. We aim to give you better quality and better service than you've ever had from anybody else. Hi, I'm Tim Deno, president of 3D Machine. We specialize in CNC machining, Swiss turning, water jet, and assembly. So we're not just looking for what we're going to get out of it. We want to help the customer build a long-term relationship with them. We're 3D Machine. We specialize in CNC machining, Swiss turning, water jet, and assembly. Look forward to working with you.
Are you in pain? If so, have you considered chiropractic care? Dr. Jay Brinkman at Brinkman Chiropractic in Kentland is a skilled chiropractor and just might be able to help. If you've never considered chiropractic care in the past, maybe now is the time. Brinkman Chiropractic accepts walk-in patients, or you can schedule an appointment. For superb chiropractic care, see Dr. Jay Brinkman at Brinkman Chiropractic, 510 East Seymour Street in Kentland. Phone 219-474-5066.
Are you wanting a better insurance rate but don't want to hassle with shopping around? Do you want someone local? Someone who is a lifelong resident that has been providing insurance coverage for more than 16 years? Then contact Dick Airy at Airy Insurance at 108 East Oak Street in Watseka. Dick and his son Andrew are independent agents and have the ability to shop around for you. Call for a no-obligation quote today and receive the best rates around on auto, home, farm property, and farm liability. Call 815-432-4208 or see them at 108 East Oak Street in Watseka. For all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, see Clark Premier Plumbing and Heating in Watseka. Clark Premier Plumbing and Heating provides quality workmanship, products, and services to the Iroquois County area at affordable prices with complete customer satisfaction. Proudly selling Amana and Ream heating and cooling equipment, including geothermal systems that will slash your heating, cooling, and hot water costs. For sales, service, and installation, call Andy Clark at 815-471-6209. Clark Premier Plumbing and Heating in Watseka, your plumbing for energy saving specialist.
Bueller. Back here at South Newton, fifth and final set about to get underway. We're going to race to 15 here in the final set. Watseka with a 25-21 win in set one. South Newton won 2 and 3, 25-16, 25-20. Watseka winning set 4, 25-19, and potential 20-0 start to the season for South Newton on the line here in this final set.
It's in jeopardy.
Lady Rebels 19-0, ranked number 6 in Class A in the state of Indiana. Actually dropped a spot, and I didn't understand that. They were ranked 5th last week. They ranked 6th this week. Not really sure why.
Somebody must have had a really
good week.
Yeah.
For South Newton, you know, we talked about that win over Lafayette Jeff, a 4A school. You'd think that would carry some clout in the standings. Apparently not.
Yeah, that was Saturday, so it might.
That's true. Might have been a little late, yeah.
If they can get past Watseka here.
Well, it's going to be Mallory Drake to get things started here for Watseka. 5th and final set. We're going to 15. Every other set to 25. This one to 15. So Drake with the serve. Lady Rebels set it up in the middle, and the first point of the final set goes to Samantha Warren. So South Newton up 1-0.
This
Kim
side
Hall serving.
It's this side of the floor, too.
And that one is down and good for Kim Hall for the ace. 3rd ace of the night for Kim Hall. Lady Rebels up 2-0. Hall with the overhand serve. Dug by Shipper. Knocked all the way back across to Bauer. Bauer almost found the open spot. Out of bounds. Point to Watseka. Did we have the Lady Warriors record coming into tonight's game?
I think it was like 9-4. 10.
They had not played as many matches as South Newton had, I don't believe.
No, they started a little later.
Warren with the dig. Hall sets it up. Pushed across by Schreiner. Now here's Bauer. Setting it up front to Hall. Hall pushes to the back row. They set it up again for Bauer. That one dinked across. Nice save. Dug out by the Lady Warriors. In the middle, it's Whaley. Now Schreiner gets the point down. Leah Schreiner with the score. 12 kills for Schreiner tonight. South Newton up 3-1. Whaley serving for the Lady Rebels. Overhand serve, dug by Bauer in the back row, in the middle, and point to the Lady Rebels as Kennedy Bauer got into the net there. Tell you what, you don't have to get into the net much. Called for a net.
Taylor Bauer, another pretty big hitter.
Yeah, she was. Here's Drake, dug by Whaley, and apparently one of the Lady Rebels crossed the center line, but didn't get into the net there. And is that a point for Watseka? It is. 4-2 as Grace Smith will get set to serve for Watseka.
This just in from Professor Pitts. Those are called antennas, not sticks.
Okay, antennas they are.
Yes.
And that one is long and out of bounds. And the Rebels go up 5-2. Warren checks out, Schutte back in, Gehring to serve for the Lady Rebels here in this 5th and deciding set. Shippard with the dig. Smith will set it up, and the Lady Warriors get it across. They'll set it up this time for Schreiner. Schreiner blocked up front, and Schreiner was into the net. Actually, I'm going to say fourth hit, apparently, on South Newton. So 5-3 now, and Taylor Bauer, Kennedy Bauer, to serve. Here's Schreiner. And that one is down for the point for Schreiner. And South Newton up 6-3, and Schreiner will be serving. Schreiner's overhand serve, dug out. Whaley with the dig there. Here's Schutte blocked up front, and that's going to be a double hit against Kim Hall. So that'll make it 6-4 now, and Watseka gets the serve right back, and McTaggart will be serving for Watseka. Gehring with the dig from the back row. They'll set it up. Here's Whaley. And gets over the net, and Maddie Whaley gets the breaks like that sometimes, and South Newton goes up 7-4. Here's Haley Warren back into the game for South Newton. Warren, a deadly server, and just like that, she serves up an ace. And a timeout called by Watseka, down 8-4 here in this 5th and deciding set.
And that is Watseka's record, 8-4.
Antenna, they are.
Antenna, yes, antennae. When there's just one, there's an
Yes, there's more than one.
So there's two of them, so they're antenna.
There's a shot of one of the antennae. That's kind of hard to see because at my angle, it's right on the edge of the...
Yes, it is. It kind of looks like it's in... the red is...
Yeah, looks like it's part of the bleachers back there. Warren on the serve for South Newton. Gehring with the dig on this side. They'll set it up. Here's Whaley. Blocked up front. Point goes down for the Warriors.
Big block. Watseka can't afford to get too far behind.
8-5 here. As Caitlin Bell will serve for Watseka.
One thing you always know you get with the Watseka girls volleyball team is you're going to find a well-coached team.
That one pushed across. Nice dig by Shippert. Far side, here's Drake with the spike. Here's Whaley. Bauer got the dig that time. Here's Drake again pushing it over. Whaley got that one. Here's Warren to Whaley. Whaley pushes it over. Nice dig by Shippert. Drake trying to find an open spot. Gehring sets it up for Whaley. She pushes it over. Again, it's Shippert on the dig. And that'll be a point for Watseka. 8-6 now. So again, Caitlin Bell serving for the Lady Warriors. Dug out by Warren. Gehring for Whaley. Whaley into the net, and that should be a double hit. It is against Watseka. Actually called a carry, and it's 9-6.
Sometimes there's just not much you can do with those.
Schutte to serve for the Lady Rebels, up 3 here in this 5th and final set. Dug out by Shippert. Set up for Bauer. Dug by Warren. Here's Whaley. Put it into the net.
9-7.
One of those unforced errors again. South Newton seems to have had quite a few of those here tonight. Mallory Drake on the serve. Gehring digs it. Pushed across. Watseka able to keep it alive. Bauer puts it over. Nice save there by Warren. Setting it up for Bauer, and Bauer can't get it across. Point to the Lady Rebels, 10-7.
No, she just mishit it. It was costly.
She's really done that quite well, putting it right down the net here tonight. She's gotten quite a few points off of that. Hall will get the ace.
Big.
Second ace this game for Kim Hall. It's 11-7, Lady Rebels.
Watseka's got to outscore them 2-1 the rest of the way to have a chance.
Well, neither one of these teams is going. She puts it right into the net, making it 11-8. No, neither one of these teams has gone on a real long scoring run. Even when South Newton got up by 10 or even 11 there in that second game, they never really got more than 3 or 4 points off at a time. So to come back from a 3 or 4 point deficit might be kind of difficult for either one of these teams.
It's been very competitive this entire match.
Here's Schreiner, got the point. Leah Schreiner with the spike. 12-8. Lady Rebels with the lead here in this fifth and final set. And here's Madeline Whaley.
3 points away from grabbing 20 wins without a blemish.
Madeline Whaley with the serve. Set it up far side. Now the Lady Rebels will set it up. Here's Embry getting it across, and she got the point.
There it is.
Malaya Embry, and it's 13-8 in favor of the Lady Rebels. A 5-point lead here in this fifth and final set. Here's Whaley on the serve, dug by Drake. Setting it up far side, McTaggart. Whaley with the dig. This time it's Schreiner, and nice block up front by the Lady Warriors. Here's Bauer pushing it over. Gehring got it, and Watseka will get the point. Little confusion for South Newton that time, and it's 13-9. And it'll be Taylor Shippert. No, it will not. It'll be Grace Smith to serve for Watseka. Down 4, 13-9, fifth and deciding set. Trying to knock off the undefeated Lady Rebels. There's Schreiner. Nice block up front again by Watseka. They set it up for Bauer. This time they set it up. Schreiner will get it over. Drake with the dig. Shippert getting it ahead. Bauer. Gehring with a nice save. This time backcourt to Whaley. Whaley puts it over. Drake with the dig again. Here's Bauer up front. She gets the point. 13-10.
This point, you just got to take it a point at a time.
Overhand serve comes in. Embry setting it up. Schreiner pushes it over. Back to Bauer they go. Big spike for the point. South Newton got to figure out a way to keep that ball away from Kennedy Bauer. 13-11. 2-point set here in the fifth and final set. First to 15 wins it. Smith, Gehring, Hall setting it up. Whaley up front. And Watseka with the save. Hall sets it up for Schreiner. Dinks it over. Here comes Bauer again. Blocked up front. She gets the point. 13-12, and South Newton's going to call a timeout.
Nice job by Grace Smith getting these balls in. The last thing you need here is an unforced error. 13-12 is our score. South Newton with the 1-point lead. Otherwise, the whole shoot match is tied up at 2.
Well, both these teams have battled tooth and nail throughout this entire match.
For like 2 hours.
Like we said, the Rebels in some pretty rare territory. You know, not too many teams in South Newton history have ever gone 20-0 to start a season. But as you and I talked during a break as well, you know, when you're undefeated at the high school level, a loss is not always such a bad thing before the tournament. Grace Smith puts it in the net, and just like that, it's match point for the Rebels.
That one
14 to 12. Elizabeth Gehring will serve it up here for South Newton, and a timeout for Watseka.
That one hurt. Nice, well-placed timeout from South Newton. Grace Smith was on a roll.
Well, and Elizabeth Gehring already has 2 aces here tonight.
Well, we'll see what Krista Pufall has up her sleeve. See if she can.
Well, I'll tell you what, either team, win or lose, are going to be able to head back holding their heads high, because regardless of what happens here tonight, both of these teams played an outstanding match. And
they should both sleep well.
If we were going to pick one out to do this year, well, we picked a pretty good one. Match point for South Newton. Here's Elizabeth Gehring on the serve. Bauer. They set it up. Bauer will dink it across, and she didn't get it, and the Lady Rebels will win it. 15 to 12 is your final in the third and final set, and the South Newton Lady Rebels move to 20-0 on the season. So once again, to recap for you, South Newton wins the first set 25-21, Watseka won 25-21. Watseka, South Newton winning set 2 25-16, set 3 25-20. Watseka comes back with a 25-19 victory in set 4, and the Lady Rebels take it 25-17 in set number 5, and they win it here 3-2 over the Lady Warriors of Watseka. I want to thank you very much for joining us on high school volleyball here tonight. And don't forget high school football coming your way on Friday. Watseka taking on Oblong. We'll have that for you right here on AccessIlliana.com. Join us for that Friday night. That'll do it. Once again, the Lady Rebels move to 20-0 and stay undefeated on the season. For Tim Waters, I'm Chris Wagner. Good night, everybody.
See your Country Financial agent Joe Lisnicki in Watseka today.